It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Welcome back, everybody, to Operation Babble, episode 145, and we lied last week when we said we weren't going to be back until our Halloween episode, so...
Well, to be fair, we didn't plan this. This is just spur of the moment.
Yeah. Definitely didn't plan it. We were just, let's talk about this. I am, of course, your host, Myke Shrews, here with my co-host and friend, Tivis. So, Tivis, how are you doing this evening or morning?
I'm awake.
Awesome.
I was up too late, but I'm awake.
Been there for sure. Oh, my glasses are still on because I just got out of the car. There we go.
Your glasses over your glasses?
Yeah, my glasses over my glasses. So, guys, real quick, you can find, of course, Operation Babble on social media via Instagram, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all via Operation Babble. And then you can also find us and see our pretty ugly faces on the Myke Shrews YouTube channel, where you can find all the Operation Babble videos. A lot of those are going to be starting to disappear as time goes on, so definitely check out the back catalog while they're all available right there on YouTube, guys. And then you can also...
There we go.
There you go. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, of course.
I don't know how that happened.
You can also email us if you guys want to try and come onto the show, if you have any topics or anything like that, at operationbabble@outlook.com. And then, of course, head on over and give us a review on your favorite podcast service that you have out there. Apple Podcasts lets you, leave a written review so we can actually see what you guys think about us. And then all the other services are like thumbs up and stars and things like that. I think some of the other ones allow you to write reviews as well. So we do look at those, but the algorithm looks at them even more than we do. So definitely hit those up, especially if you want to let people know about Operation Babble. And you can also share us too, guys. That also helps. That generally helps the most. Share us with people that you think would like the content that we do, pop culture and stuff like that. It's honestly how I end up getting my great co-host here. One of my friends shared it with him and was like, hey, you should check this out. So now he's part of the show. So
Mosier.
Yeah, Mosier was the one who recommended the show to him. So with that said, guys, I have nothing else to pitch right now. I don't really care about pitching anything on this show. This is our non-pitch show, which is awesome. So today, though, we are going to be talking about Werewolf by Night, which is on Disney Plus right now. It just came out. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be out for a whole week by now. I like to give people about a week to watch before we talk or spoil or anything like that. So definitely check it out. We're going to talk about it a little bit here, and spoilers just in case for people who don't realize our show. Spoilers, of course. So Tivis, do you want to start us out, man?
Yep. When I'm done dying over here. I don't know what happened. This just started literally as we were about to record. So how do you want to do this? Do you just want to do general talk?
Yeah, just general talk, because right. It is only about a 55-minute video, guys, or presentation as they call it.
About 53.
I personally don't know anything, surprisingly, about the comic for this.
I know a bit about one of the characters.
Okay. Well,
actually,
I know a bit
two of the
about
characters.
I one of the characters that is in this I know about. But as far as like the story of like the comics and stuff that this is based on, I've never read any that I can think of.
No, I haven't read this specifically, but I have read things that like Elsa I mean, it should be pretty common. Ilsa Bloodstone is in this.
Mm.
I know her. She's part of the team Hate.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
just next wave. I'm sorry. I think they're fighting. Yeah, next wave, Agents of Hate. Okay, so that was right. Okay,
Okay.
but yeah, she's she's a lot more sarcastic
Mhm.
from what I'm used to. So I'll be curious if these characters ever come back. But I don't know much about her family at all. I just know that she is a vampire hunter of sorts.
Right.
Well,
Which
monster hunter.
when I was watching this, I was like, they have to be setting some of these characters up, like to be in future things, because we're getting into some of that
Oh,
area right
I
now.
know. Shoot, what's his name? Uh, Feige said it's going to be important going forward,
Okay.
but someone else said that as of right now they have like no plans to use these characters in anything coming up, but that doesn't mean they won't be back. I'm trying to find where I read that.
Okay.
Uh
They have no. Feige
oh,
said that
Brian
they
Gay,
would
the co-executive producer. Yeah. Uh he says that, this is just going to be like a
a one-off.
exploring ideas that will appear in future projects, but as for the characters themselves, it's pretty self-contained for now. But Feige countered that with saying that
Yeah.
news
I
become important to the future.
gotcha. Yeah, I highly doubt that they're going to. Of course, I have to say it. And I was gonna grab him, but we started like right when I got home. So, Man Thing fucking shows up in this, dude. I
Yeah, that's
love
the other one
Man
I'm
Thing.
familiar with. I'm not
Um,
used to him being intelligent though.
I'm I'm not used to ever seeing him in live action, so I was just happy to see that, dude. Like,
Yeah, that
so
was awesome.
people that don't know, Man Thing is basically like the Marvel version or equivalent of Swamp Thing.
But you never
Um,
saw the 2005 film?
for Man Thing,
Yeah,
they did a live action Man Thing.
yeah.
I didn't know that. No, was it like a low budget thing or something?
Budget of 5 to 7.5 million.
It's a low budget for probably what they had to do. Yeah,
Only
no,
drew in 1 million, so it was a.
I never saw that. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to
Oh,
find it.
it was a sci-fi original.
Oh,
Can
look,
it be original if it's like
we
whatever?
might have a whole nother run of movies they want you to forget starting soon. Then,
Yeah, I'd be down.
um,
I thought he looked great.
he looked freaking awesome, and a lot of people, are just gonna be like, oh, he's a rip off of Swamp Thing. Well, yeah, but
A lot of comic characters are.
right,
You think Deadpool's original? Go look at Deathstroke. Literally stole the same name.
yeah,
Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson. All they
yeah,
did was change a couple letters.
yeah. Well, I mean, how many like yeah, we'll go. We won't go down that road
But
today.
let's talk about the
Yeah,
thing you were most excited about. This is an almost complete black and white.
yeah. It's almost completely black and white. This was pretty cool, especially with everybody complaining. Why isn't the monsters in black and white? Why isn't this in black and white? This was done in black and white because it was stylized as like an old school film. Like there was even film
Creature
marks
feature.
that were showing and stuff on it, which was kind of cool.
A lot of
The
the in the trophy room wasn't a lot of those like classic monsters.
monsters.
Yeah, there was like the vampire,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was
yeah.
Bigfoot, which I
Well,
hope is
yeah,
not Sasquatch. Please don't be Sasquatch.
they're your basic like whatever creature feature thing of the week
The
type
stereotypical
monsters.
D goblin on there. That was funny.
No, dude, like so, and it went by really fast too. I was really surprised. Like I didn't want it to go by as fast as it
Yeah.
did, but it went by super fast. And then I was like, I want more, but I didn't realize it took me a minute. I think it was right when she starts using the bloodstone
Mm-hmm.
in in the thing to like get him to turn into a werewolf.
Oh
Again,
yeah. Her,
it
I can
wasn't
only guess
until
stepmom.
yeah, it was a stepmom or yeah.
They don't
I
really say, but it's kind of
I
alluded.
assumed it was stepmom because of the way she talked to her. Um,
Yeah.
but it took me until then to realize, oh, the red from the stone is the only color in this
You
entire
just
project.
realized they did that from the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't realize. It didn't click in my head. Like I saw the red, and I saw the red when it was on Man Thing trying to like drain his powers and stuff. But at it took me until then. I was like, oh, they finally did the color, and I was like, oh wait, it was color the whole time. Like,
Now,
that's how I was just
there's
into the show. I wasn't really paying attention necessarily to everything else.
there's a lot of stuff where they do black and white and then like color. Is that like the easiest thing to stand out in black and white?
Is red?
Yeah. Because I feel like I've seen a lot of like
Probably, maybe. I don't
things
know.
that like commercials or teasers or you know promos.
Right. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think of another one, and I think Sin City might do that.
Sin City does it a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um I
I just figured you might know. You're the film guy.
I don't know if there's any like specific correlation for it or not. It just looks good probably.
It
It pops.
does.
It just pops,
Uh,
like a green would probably pop real good too in the black and white. Like an
I could
emerald.
say my wife didn't care for this too much.
No. My,
No.
my wife watched it. She thought it was interesting.
No,
So
the second she saw it was in black and white, she checked out until Man Thing appeared. Then she's like, "What is Cthulhu doing here?"
Man Thing is freaking awesome. I had to
He is.
explain some of his powers to my wife. Like she's
Oh,
like, "What
dude,
is
where
his
he was
powers?"
melting people.
Yeah, he was melting the people, and she's like, "What is his powers?" I was like, "He's kind of like Swamp Thing. He kind of gets a new power whenever the hell they decide."
He like flash burns things when he touches them. I think that's
Yeah,
his main thing that stayed the same.
yeah.
Which I thought the effect was really awesome.
Oh no, it was pretty cool to see that. I was very interested to see him coming back in at the end because I just thought, it was just going to be a little cameo that he did and he gets free and takes off. It was really cool to see him actually get to use his powers and stuff because when he has the blood diamond on him, he can't use his powers at all. It's draining him. So
Mhm.
it's slowing them down and everything. So yeah,
Well,
it
he
was
can kinda. Doesn't he use it on the one hunter before Elsa calms him down?
no. She kills the hunter.
No. I'm pretty sure he melts that dude. The
No,
Australian guy? Or yeah. You're thinking of the one
are you
dude she
sure?
shoots with the arrow through the mouth. I'm talking about the guy with the axe.
Yeah, she kills him.
No, she doesn't.
Did I misread that entire scene then?
Yeah, he burst into flames, man.
Okay.
Because he's getting ready to kill her, and Man Thing like runs out of the bushes behind him and
Oh
grabs him
yeah,
by the
yeah,
head.
yeah. And he calms her down by saying his name. What's his name? Tivis.
Ted or Todd, I forget. I watched it
Ted.
on Friday.
His name is Ted.
I know this is fresh for you, but I was rushing to go to work.
Yeah. So we get his name is Ted, and I don't think I've ever heard his name before. Like, I know his name is Ted because he was like just like Swamp Thing. He was a doctor of whatever,
Mhm.
and he had an actual
Theodore
alias.
Salas.
Theodore. Okay. Another mutant that we're bringing into the world too. Also, we're getting
Is it
more
a mutant? I thought
mutants.
he was an experiment gone wrong.
A mutation, still mutant.
Well, I mean, so Spider Man, but he doesn't count as a mutant.
Aren't X-Men just mutations gone wrong too?
They're born
Originally,
with it, though.
and now they are, but the experiments and stuff, or that no, that's Inhumans. Never mind.
No, and humans are born that way too. You're thinking of like deviant, maybe not deviants. Like Fantastic Forge.
Okay. Um,
They have too many terms that are very
there's
similar.
there's a lot to unpack, but there's not a lot to unpack, honestly, with this
No, and humans
like
have Terrigen Mist. What the fuck?
with this presentation here. I just enjoyed it. I liked the aesthetic of it. I liked, dude, this was really bloody, and the reason I think they
Oh
did it
yeah,
in black and white was
so they
because
can
of
hide
that.
it.
Yeah.
Dude, watching that guy slowly die to death with that arrow in his mouth,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that was intense.
Or when he gets his hand cut off, you just see blood like going everywhere. I was like, this is
Well,
why they did it in black and white. It had
what
nothing
about
to
at the
do,
the
huh?
end where we finally get the titular werewolf and
Yeah.
he's like ripping apart what look to be TVA agents, but I'm kind of certain they're not in
Yeah.
that hallway, and blood's just splattering the camera that doesn't exist.
Right. Yeah. When I saw the trailer, I was like, are those TVA agents? Like, are they like kind of
They look like them, that's for sure.
right?
And the stun batons look like they're vape.
They're vaporizer thingies that send you
Yeah,
somewhere else.
disintegrators.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Those. So I was wondering, but I think it was just like paid like goons.
Security, yeah.
Yeah. Or not goons, but muscle, whatever you want to call it. Um. Yeah. No, dude. Like, it was really graphic, but not at the same time because of the black and white. And then I know at the end we go in and we fade into color and stuff like that after the fact that everyone's dead and stuff. But it was interesting to see them utilize the violence and still get I think it was only TV-14 is what this is rated.
Yeah, I'm actually reading something right now.
Uh
The director said that when we were filming this, I thought for sure this was going to be TVMA, but the fact that they made it black and white, I think helped.
yeah, yeah. So that means they didn't even shoot it in black and white. They just shot it digital color and then digitized it or made it black and white in post production.
Yeah.
Which I guess probably makes sense when you're doing the color stuff too later. So yeah, I can see that.
You could tilt it with or to change the shadows and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
The werewolf I thought looked awesome. Like I've seen Werewolf by Night in images,
mm-hmm.
and it looks like a more so the old school werewolf where it's still humanoid.
Right, right.
And I thought they did a great job
It's
with
more of
that.
like the lichens from Underworld almost.
I thought it's been a long time since I've seen that, but I thought they went on full on wolf.
Maybe not the lichens, the mixed breed, the half
Oh,
lichen,
okay.
half vampire thing.
The
Yeah,
mutts.
yeah. Um, I definitely liked the outfit. I really enjoyed the fact that he wasn't CG. He was makeup. It at least it looked like it was makeup. It didn't look
Mhm.
CG at all. Man thing, of course. Yes, I understand he's gonna be CG. Although it would have been badass if they would have made a full man thing suit, but it probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have looked as
No,
good
at
necessarily.
the end, when we did get to see all the characters in color, first of
Uh,
all, I did not expect her jacket to be red. I thought it'd be tan. So
yeah,
that's kind of what I'm used to.
yeah.
But what did you think of Man Thing?
Oh, I loved him. I love the design. I love the add on of the like mushrooms and stuff
Yeah, I'm
in
kind of
mushroom color and stuff, and not just green like everything else usually is. But
I'm kind of glad they didn't go with the mindless version because I thought the interaction between him and Elsa was great. Although
mhm,
I did get the sense that his empathy, because in the comics he's kind of behaves like the emotions around him. That's why if people get scared and want to hurt him, he fights back.
right.
I feel like that was kind of hinted at in this when he tells her like, calm down and treat him like a friend,
Yeah,
or stay calm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's like little subtle things about like um some of this character. Like I said, I don't know most of the story for Werewolf by Night or anything like that character completely over my head. But I feel like there was a lot of subtle things that if you read the comic, you would definitely understand a lot more of what's going on. Some of the different characters that probably show up, like all the different hunters. I didn't understand that because all the hunters were like there being like buddy buddy at the funeral, sort of. I didn't understand that they were there to kill each other too. Like I just thought they
Well, they
were all
didn't
there.
have to.
Oh, I thought they were all there to hunt the animal, like or the
Well,
hunt the creature, or whatever, you know.
they are, but you take out the competition, that's a bigger chance for you to win.
But it seemed like they were trying to take out the competition before they even tried to take out the animal or the creature, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you see one target, be like,
I
well, I
guess.
could either let this person have a chance and potentially win, or I could, cut their head off while they're not looking.
Right. Yeah, I guess so.
Some repercussions
Weird.
from this story that I think we'll see going forward is all of these people were supposed to be the best of the best in the hunting world, which means there's others out there. We got Blade and stuff, but
Right.
the fact that the monster, oh my
Are
god,
they
I'm
trying to
gonna have
say
trouble.
Blade isn't? Are they trying to say Blade isn't one of the best, or they
Well,
just
he
didn't
might
want to
be
deal with him
hyper
because?
niche, because he focuses on vampires alone.
Yeah, I guess.
But what I'm thinking, this is my theory. The fact that monsters, God, I'm really struggling with that word after a year of doing the other show. Uh, but the reason we haven't seen them, roaming around and being a menace to society is because of these people. And now that they're kind of gone and the fear could be gone from, these creatures, that's why we're going to see them emerging more in the future.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Definitely. It gives a reason as to why a lot of these things are. And there's one of my man things for the people there. One of them. They're shoved in the shelf
Audio
so hard I
listeners, he
can't
went
bring
and
that.
grabbed a toy.
They're shoved under my shelf so hard I can't pull all of them out. I have a shelf of just Man Thing and Swamp Thing together, and Hulks, all the greens. Yeah, no, I totally agree though. Like is gonna set up like why are we starting to see more creatures and things like that, or
Yeah.
the fact that now we can have oh, what's his name, um the the bear. Shit.
The bear.
Yeah, he's kind of like a werewolf, but he's a bear. Soviet guy. Oh, what is his name?
I'm not familiar. I'm just thinking of Sasquatch.
Oh, damn it! I literally.
Russian bear Marvel.
Yeah,
Let's see. Ursa Major.
yeah, Ursa Major. Thank you. Why did I freaking blank on that today? Ursa Major.
He's a mutant.
Is he technically a mutant?
Yes.
Well, I mean, they would consider him a creature though. 'Cause he's still
Yeah, maybe.
mutates into a walking, talking freaking bear. Like, I guess he's more tame though than the werewolf, because when you turn into a werewolf, you kind of lose yourself.
I did appreciate that aspect of him, like, because I'm pretty sure I might be wrong, and people feel free to correct me, but I'm pretty sure J. Jonah James's son ends up with the Werewolf by Night powers for a bit.
Okay.
Because he, on one of his missions with NASA to the moon, something goes wrong and he gets cursed. But I know he's not the original bearer of the curse.
Okay. So it's just one curse then. It's not like.
I think, but my knowledge is very limited.
Okay. Yeah. I wish I knew more about it to when I went into the show, but I'm also kind of glad I didn't know a lot about it because I could enjoy more of the show, especially if it didn't do the comic any justice. Which
I'm like
cool.
real glad they saved him for the end too, because it was like literally the last like 10 minutes maybe we saw it.
Yeah. And there's not always a time where I get to go and watch a comic thing that Marvel does that I don't know the entire story of already, like, or of the character, anyways. I should say, like a backstory.
I get Eternals and Guardians of the Galaxy are kind of the only ones that I knew nothing about going in.
Okay, I knew about the Eternals. I didn't know like massive deep dive stuff.
I guess I heard of the Eternals. I had no idea who Guardians were at the when they announced that movie. I'm like, what is this?
I didn't know of the Guardians of the Galaxy as we saw them. I
Oh,
knew
you
of
do the
Guardians,
original '80s.
yeah, the original '80s run, because I have some of those comics still.
The team from the future.
Where Yandu was the Guardian.
Yeah. Thank God they didn't go with that route. I mean, it's a good story for the comics, but I think time travel that early on may have.
I'm glad.
Much.
I'm glad that they brought them in though in the second one.
Yeah,
with not Schwarzenegger, Stallone.
Miley
like,
Cyrus.
One of those guys. Anyways, no, dude, I really appreciated this film actually taking some risks and stuff, and not like, because you're dealing with a werewolf, you're dealing with something that's going to. They could have easily just went the route of like, oh, we're not going to show anything. No, they showed everything. It's just in black and white. So, the girl oh, go on.
No, go ahead. I was at to change.
I was gonna say the girl in this. I did. Who plays the main lead?
Elsa. Laura Donnelly.
Yeah. When I saw the trailer, I thought that was the same actress from
Christian Ritter.
Yeah, Christian Ritter from Jessica Jones.
A lot of people did.
And now seeing this, though, I kind of hope that they team up.
Apparently, she was in a Beowulf, the British drama.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like the horrible CG looking one.
No, I didn't mind that one.
I didn't watch it because it just didn't look great to me. No, yeah, I would love to see Jessica Jones. I hope if they bring Jessica Jones back in to the Marvel universe that they use the same actress. I just liked her as the character.
I have a feeling they will.
And I would love it to see her team up with like these. Like, everyone keeps saying like Dark Avengers, but Dark Avengers was not what people think.
Dark Avengers was something else.
It was completely different.
Although they have repurposed titles before. I mean, look at Age of Ultron. Nothing like the comic. Civil War, again, kind of brushes on the topic of the comic, but not exactly what goes down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe they could, but there's also Secret Avengers, which is a real team. Usually the one I read was led by Hawkeye and had Beast on it. So, I mean, they could use that.
Okay. I would love a team up movie of like Jessica Jones, the other character you just said her name, the werewolf, Elsa, yes, Man Thing, the werewolf, and then bring in like Blade and Black Knight and Moon Knight and Dark Knight, right? Because how many of them have they introduced? I forget which knights they've introduced.
You mean Black Knight?
They've introduced Black Knight, but didn't they introduce I swore they introduced Dark. Maybe I'm just looking at my Batman figure and thinking Dark Knight.
Yeah, there's no Dark Knight.
Are you sure?
I just typed in Dark Knight Marvel, and what I got was Black Knight.
Okay, so yeah, it was just Black Knight then that I was thinking.
Yeah, are you thinking of like the swordsman from Hawkeye?
No. Although I would love to see that guy pop back up sometimes.
Oh yeah, I would too. I think that was great.
Great comic relief.
Oblivious to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was great. I love this. I love even just the possibilities of the characters coming back, but the repercussions of all of these top, top hunters suddenly
Mhm.
vanishing from the world, and we have no idea what else is going to do. Is she going to continue hunting, or is she going to be like, well, maybe they're not all terrible? Which I got the feeling that she thought that to begin with.
Right. Right.
Um,
Like she just wanted to control the bloodstone
yeah, she
herself.
wanted her family's inheritance.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, what is she gonna do moving forward? Um, and then she's like, well, yeah, it's hard to, I can't put my words together right now.
I want to talk about
Okay.
Ulysses Bloodstone. What did you think of that? He turned himself into a wind-up puppet.
I thought it was cool. As soon as they opened it up, I was like, oh, I bet you he talks.
Oh, that was so weird. I think that didn't help my wife get into it at all. Just the
I loved it. It reminded me of the Crypt Keeper, dude. It brought back Crypt Keeper memories. And dude, if you can do that and turn yourself up into like a wind up talking thing, like leave a message behind that would play like an old record, basically, is what it is. That's how it's set up.
Some people do that already.
No. I'm talking like with your body.
Not turn yourself into a puppet, but they record something to play at the funeral.
Turn yourself into a puppet, and you would have the old timey record that would be playing out of your voice, and as they turn it, I would love that. You know how many people you would freak out, and how many others you would offend.
You know he was a dad because he made a dad joke from beyond the grave.
I'll be rotting for you. I laughed too hard when that one came out.
I did too.
Oh shit. And surprisingly, so did the wife. She laughed pretty loud for that one too.
Yeah, well, it sounded like it was, she was in on to making this happen, so
maybe, yeah.
You got the butler there at the end. He thought he was just gonna. I'm only here to do the winding, but he's like, I'm here to serve.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just here to serve. And she's like, all right, well, start by cleaning this shit up. All the bodies and stuff. Because, I mean, like, what do they do for people like that, you know? Like, in those situations, like, when Blade kills, like, you know, the, not the vampires, the, what do they call them? The what?
The vampire?
No. Like, when Blade kills the humans, the, what's the word? There's a word for it. The humans that work for the vampires. The
I have no idea.
Familiars. Yeah, familiars.
Familiar.
Yeah. When he kills the
I know
familiars.
ghouls. They're not human anymore, though.
But it's like, what happens when Blade kills familiars and just leaves them laying around everywhere? Like, they just never find that shit. I know that was like a premise of one of the films. Is like, you know, he killed a familiar and, you know, that's why the cops were after him and shit like that. I think that was Blade 3 or Blade 2. No, Blade 3.
I only remember Ryan Reynolds and Triple H.
Everyone only remembers Ryan Reynolds chained to the floor with his shirt off. Come on. That'll make even the straight man's dick like.
Can't say it did, but I just remember he's in it.
Oh, Tivis. Anyways, what was your? Do you want to dive on anything else on this? Because I know, like I said, this is a short one, guys. There's a whole. I would love for everyone to go watch this if you haven't.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like, I want people to go experience this because it's just so interesting.
It's fun to watch. There's really nothing to spoil because the trailer kind of tells you everything that's going to happen, basically.
Yeah.
Except for Man-Thing. Man-Thing's the only thing you can really, I think, spoil. Because when I saw his hand come out, like, I didn't see him in the trailer or anything like that. So when I saw his hand
think he's visible because some people pointed him out to me.
Okay.
I didn't see it, but they did. So
the second I saw his hand come out, and then like I saw the tentacles on his face, I was like, "Oh shit, it's Man-Thing." Yeah, And then
I thought for a brief second, I'm like, oh, please don't be Sasquatch. Please don't be because I want an Alpha Flight movie. And you see the Bigfoot head on the wall, and I'm like, oh, please don't tell me they killed Sasquatch in this universe.
Yes, they did. Most likely. Wouldn't that be messed up?
I would be. We already got a tease on She-Hulk about Wolverine existing. Alpha Flight, let's go.
Well,
Which, by the way, if you didn't see that, it's in like when they're surfing the web, it's in related articles. Also, finally, a mention of the Eternal in the ocean. I'm glad somebody said something. Are you caught up with She-Hulk or?
I will. Let's talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But I will say this though. I did love the fact that when the werewolf was scratching at the door, he made the X like Wolverine would. Did you notice that?
What I didn't get was, why are you trying to go out the steel door when you found an easier door that just walk out? By the way, did you notice Man Thing when he's going to go find him, he just grabs a body and takes it with him? What is that a snack? What are you doing?
It's probably a snack. He feeds off the energy, right? Well, I guess it's dead, so there's no energy left in the body. So
fertilizer?
Fertilizer, yeah. Yeah.
Just like, why are you taking that? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna feed the werewolf?
I did say the same thing. Maybe he's gotta find his buddy and make sure he's good for the rest of the day.
What sucks is this poor guy's gonna transform again in 5 days.
Right. I did find the fact that we have this door, this big, like not even a big door, this door going down, creeping down. We're seeing it going down, and then it slams shut. First of all, I thought the one dude who was still in the room,
was going to try to climb out,
was going to slide out. I was like, why the fuck aren't you getting out, dude? Like,
I'm wondering if they wanted. I'm wondering if they wanted to like crush him with the door, and their executives were like, "Nah, that's too far."
Too far compared to everything else they did. No,
I mean, we cut away from the guy getting cut in half in Mando.
I didn't see that.
That was in the first episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember that shit. I remember Baby Yoda. That's it.
Grogu.
He was Baby Yoda then because they didn't give him a name because they bad marketing.
And now they're stuck with it whether they like it or not.
Damn straight. Yeah, I saw the door going down very slowly. I thought the guy was gonna slide out.
I thought so too.
Clearly he just every goon in the freaking world apparently thinks that they're the one person who's going to win the fight. They all have like, I swear they get like pills that they take to like boost their testosterone levels to make them think that they're going to win regardless of what they're seeing happening in front of them. Like 5 dudes get taken out right in front of you and you think you're going to be the one that gets the hand up on? Like, are we really? You have a freaking baton that like just zaps people. That's all you have. You don't have any silver bullets or anything like that. Why didn't they have any silver bullets? How are they planning on killing the werewolf without like? They should have brought out something
for the werewolf. They didn't know he was there.
Yeah, but this is a grounds where they hunt.
That scene was not in this. The whole among you is a monster.
Monster.
Yeah, because they're playing off of. I don't know. Are you aware of the card game? Well, not really card game, but kind of like family game, Werewolf by Night.
No, I didn't know. Werewolf by Night?
Yeah, it's
No.
I know there's other games that came before it similar, but it's you hand out these roles to people. One of you is a werewolf, one of you is the hunter, and you have to try and figure out who the hunter is before all the townspeople get murdered by him.
Huh. I did not know that. Every time I kept talking about this, like, oh, I'm gonna go watch this, I kept saying A Wolf Among Us because for some reason that title just kept popping in my mind. Do you know what that is? The game?
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah,
I love that game. Apparently they did a sequel, or they're going to do a sequel to it. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah. So then the werewolf just runs out the other door, and I'm like, wait. So they have this really secure door that they shut, but you can just walk out any other door. Like, what was the point in that door?
I don't know.
To me, it was kind of like in Justice League when all the Amazonian women are like trying to barricade the one path. I'm like,
there's a hole in the roof.
Yeah, there's a hole in the roof. Like, what are we doing? Like, you're just trapping yourselves. That's all they're doing. And
yeah.
Oh, it was great. Fun. I really thought though, before, as soon as like he transforms into a werewolf, he grabs the like stepmom and pulls her into the thing. I thought we were gonna see her face get squished through the bars. So I was just like waiting for like the pop. And then I realized that, oh yeah, it looks like a Grindhouse film, but it's not 100% a Grindhouse film.
Oh, I have to correct myself. Apparently, J. Jonah Jameson III is man-wolf, which is different than werewolf.
Okay. He probably has more of a conscience when he's in wolf form.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that's what I gathered from this is this guy has no control really over.
No, because he's like, I have to try and remember you. Give me your scent.
Let me.
I thought he was going to use her blood because remember her leg got cut.
Yeah. He's just like, let me smell all over you. any other
no
dude,
forewarning at all. He just rushes up on her.
Right?
It's like, dude, what are you doing?
When is she going to call She-Hulk?
Yeah.
A sexual harassment lawsuit right now. Oh, do you want to talk about She-Hulk real quick though? Unless you have more.
How
to talk
far
about
are you
this.
first?
I'm episode 8. I think there's one episode left, which comes
so
out
you're caught up
this week, which is the day before this drops. So, yeah.
So you're fully caught up?
I'm fully caught up to yeah, to where it is at the moment of recording. I know.
So we're going to talk about everything. Well, not everything, but we're going to touch on things that happened in the first 8 episodes of the show. Just forewarning.
Yeah. So,
dude, finally, oh god, there was a reference. I had it in my head earlier, and now it's gone. First of all, what did you think of Leapfrog?
I hated the design of the suit. Like, I have a figure of him, and I just hated the design of the suit. It's so stupid. I was like, you guys could have done better. Do better, Disney.
I'm loving Blonsky in this show.
Yeah, Blonsky
I really
was
hope
great.
It doesn't turn out he's faking because he's been a wonderful character.
Yeah. They kind of turned him into like a little guru, basically. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious to see what they do with him moving forward, if they do anything else with him, or, you know. I feel like you can't just not utilize him.
Well, yeah, was he in the crap? What's the Thunderbolts?
Abomination?
Yeah, was he in that poster or no?
I don't believe so. No,
I didn't think so.
No, they just had a bunch of super soldiers. Oh, their Thunderbolts were just a bunch of freaking super soldiers, basically.
They need a Hulk, so I hope they put him in that.
That's gonna be She-Hulk.
But she's not an ex-villain.
Huh?
She's not an ex-villain.
We'll find out after the season finale, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's true. I can't believe they called fucking S.H.I.E.L.D. on her. Holy shit.
Was it S.H.I.E.L.D. or Sword?
Yeah, I couldn't tell, but
they got there fast.
I'm assuming it's S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. As far as She-Hulk goes, I see people saying it's great. It's like
Sokovia Accords. That's what I was saying. They finally touch on the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah. They say that they're gone
Revoked,
now.
yeah.
Matt Murdock, if people haven't watched, is he was in the last episode,
Peter
episode
Parker's
8
lawyer.
anyways, as a lawyer.
If you can't remember that from No Way Home, he's the lawyer that shows up.
Yeah. And that's all he is. He's only a lawyer.
Yeah. Dude, when his theme started playing, I lost my shit. I'm not gonna lie. I love that. That's one of my favorite intros.
Yeah.
That and Constantine. Oh, so good.
The show from the actual Constantine show?
Theme music.
Yeah.
Just so good.
So all right. Honestly, I'll be straight up honest. Everyone keeps saying the show's like so great. I don't think it's a great show. I think it's an okay show. I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's the best thing ever either. But I see so many people talking about how great it is. And where are you on that level? Like,
well, I mean, it's shot like a sitcom, so obviously it's going to be my number 3 Marvel show behind Loki and Miss Marvel.
Okay. What do you think about... I know people bitch about the fourth wall breaks, but I'm like, that's par for character in certain iterations of the comics, so I don't really care.
I think they're handled pretty well, honestly.
I think those are handled good. They're at right points and everything. It was interesting to see her be like, who the fuck is this dude, basically? Like, or who the hell is this guy?
Obviously, the walk of shame, dude. Oh my god. This show, one of the reasons I love it is they keep doing things that they know are gonna piss people off, and I love it.
That you say that though, but it's also like that scene. So if people watched Matt Murdock, Daredevil, and She-Hulk hook up, and the next morning he walks out without his boots on. He's got his boots in his hands and stuff.
Yeah, the walk of shame, like women do with their high heels. In most stereotypical
people do, not just women. Come on now.
Let's be real. It's mostly been women that do that exact walk.
Usually it's the Uber drive of shame, but it did annoy me a little bit because I'm like, he's in his costume now.
Yeah, there's a devil walking down the road.
I'm just like, oh, okay. But at the same time, it kind of reminds me of something that they would have done in a comic book.
Yeah, it's a funny throwaway panel.
Yeah, like this show has reminded me, like, all the things that people probably hate about it, or that are like, oh, that's so, blah, blah, blah. They're only doing it to piss people off. I'm like, that seems like the shit that would literally be in a panel in a comic. Like, clearly a lot of people that are bitching about certain aspects of this just don't read the comics, because that's what comics do. Like, or not all comics do, I should say, but that's what a lot of comics had done in the past. Like, I remember seeing panels like just like that. Like, you have those moments. You have it wasn't just fighty, there was actual life shit happening in the comics as well.
Yeah,
that's why it took like 5 years for a run to finish up, or longer.
That's what Marvel's known for. They made it more, relatable, and that's how they overcame DC multiple times.
I think with this one, it's just like people are maybe they go a little heavy-handed sometimes with it, but like for me, like I'm kind of getting annoyed. I don't really care about it. It doesn't offend me, I should say, when they do the whole like, oh, what's the internet gonna fucking say to this time, or whatever, in shows, like on the actual show itself. I'm like, okay, I understand the joke, but you're saying it so many times that it kind of loses, any meaning to me anymore. At some point, I'm just like, can we just do the story and not like tackle the real world trolls out in out there, and yeah, I don't know. It's
See, I don't. All of that, it feels like it fits in there naturally to me, so it doesn't
it,
stand out.
oh, it does. The way that they've done it on this show has fit in a little more naturally. Um, I'm
I
trying to
love the
think
fact
of.
in that this last episode, what they did at the end,
Uh,
they called everything the social media. Like, I just watched a video from a guy who pointed out something that word for word was in this episode. And this video I watched came out days prior to this. So
okay.
these people predicted all of the fucking bullshit that, dumbasses who aren't even going to watch it and just bitch. Like, if you
So,
watch something and you don't like it, that's fine.
give me an
I
example of what the things were
BK.
said.
The whole she stole the powers from the Hulk. She
Okay.
doesn't deserve them. Like, that line word for word was in that episode, and
Yeah.
it came from some YouTube channel like weeks or months ago. It's insanity. Like, do you even know the character?
Yeah. They. It's one of those things where they're all like, oh, because she's basically just the girl version of Hulk, but I don't believe so. She has the same name, Hulk. Yes. But even in the comic, she had the blood transfusion done, and that's how she got the powers.
Yeah.
Why Bruce did that in the fucking first place,
I
that was
haven't read
stupid
it,
of
so I
him.
can't say.
Huh?
I haven't read that issue, so I can't say for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But like, why he did it in the first place when he was so worried about it in the first episode of this is different. But it's not like she stole his powers. It's not like they didn't make her the love interest. They made her a family member, which is better. It wasn't just she was made to be the love interest
Yeah.
of
Well,
him.
unless you read Old Man Logan, which
Let's not do that.
yeah.
And you have all these characteristics of her are completely different from
Mhm.
Bruce Banner. She's not a scientist, she's a lawyer. She is more open about everything. She feels more free, at least this version here. Not every version in the comic does, but she feels more free about the Hulk part of her, whereas Bruce never really did.
Yeah.
Um, and then if you just go within the MCU world, it's still that way. Like Bruce never really felt comfortable with the Hulk part of him until he morphed together with the Hulk, which we didn't get to see, which kind of sucks. But yeah,
It's not really a story. Yeah. The Hulk is to me. Honestly, I'm not too
no,
broken up that they can't make a standalone film.
I understand. Well, not I understand. I could see why people would bitch and say things and go blah 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 blah, and it's completely warranted too sometimes for the show to be like, oh yeah, well fuck you, and make fun of you because
Yeah.
let's face it. Everybody on the internet thinks that they can just keep talking shit about people, keep threatening actors because they're cast in a fucking role of certain characters and attacking actors, young actors at that even, and saying you shouldn't be in this role because of this and this, or you're a piece of shit, and or even other actors who are veteran actors are being attacked because they're playing iconic characters right now, and they're just treated like shit. And there's a point in time where it's like, yes, okay, as somebody who is famous, who's put into that world, you should be laid back a little bit. Don't necessarily attack right away. You
Or
have
just don't attack at all. It's
no,
okay.
I'm talking
Say
I'm
it's
talking
not for
about
me.
the people who are being attacked are kind of put
Oh,
into this area where it's like it comes with the job description. Basically, it's like you're going to get hate from somebody somewhere sometime. It's going to happen.
Insane. And that has existed before the internet even. I
Yeah.
mean, people used to get letters in the mail talking about how much they, terrible they are.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
at the same
understand that
time-
mentality.
But at the same time, though, it's like there has to come a point in time and history
That took a turn.
and everything where we say as like the filmmakers or the actors and the writers even and shit like that, where we're just like, you know what, you keep attacking our people, you keep attacking our actors, you keep attacking the writers for, maybe the writers aren't doing a great job sometimes. I'm not going to say they all do. But like you keep attacking these people to the point where you're literally threatening them. It's not just you're attacking the work that they do, but you're threatening them and you're making them feel like shit for trying to do something or portray a character that they've loved since they were a kid that was made before you were even fucking born. Like, and this isn't just Marvel. It's like
we're seeing a lot with the Monsters movie that just came out.
Yeah. But
which is kind of our pent up frustration here.
So there's a point where it's like, yeah, you know what? Go ahead, studio. You take your time, take your moment in time. Don't make it something that's constant, but take your moment in time and you go out there and you say, hey, to all these trolls out there, fuck you. Just fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
And even as somebody who's a fan of the Zack Snyder Justice League, or I wouldn't say fan, that liked the Zack Snyder Justice League, I would still say to all the people out there who are battering, like that did batter Warner Brothers to get the thing made, fuck you. Like, what is your
turns out
deal?
may not be as many as we thought.
Yeah, all the bots and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my gripe, my piece.
No,
like it's warranted. I will say that. And so when She-Hulk does that stuff, I kind of roll my eyes because I'm kind of over it. It's kind of like when CW did the whole make Earth human again shit for like iZombie and all that stuff. Like those things, like the make whatever again. Yeah, it was because of the zombies and stuff, whatever. But it's like
I'll get there eventually. Don't worry, it's my own fault.
When they did the whole like make whatever again thing to go based off of the Trump shit,
they did something similar in Supergirl.
Yeah, they did make Earth
With
human again.
Or
yeah, that's where it was, Supergirl, and they did it in iZombie with the zombies and stuff like that. Make Seattle alive again or some shit. I don't remember what it was exactly.
Oh, that's actually pretty hilarious. Dunk on Seattle.
Well, that's where the show took place.
I know.
But yeah, like when you did that, it was like, okay, it's kind of funny maybe once or twice, but when everything does it, it's kind of like, okay, roll out your eye moment. Now, a show like She-Hulk that has a fourth wall break and shit like that in it, you can do it a lot easier with it. It's like if Deadpool did it. Deadpool did do it, and none of these people bitched about that. Like, Deadpool was literally like criticizing movies he did and fans. But no one cared because, oh, it's Ryan Reynolds and it's Deadpool. And it's a male character probably making fun of you. You dumbasses. No.
I don't want to turn this into just a bitch session. If we could just stop saying every thought that comes to our mind online, that would be so great. Just if you don't like it, just you can say that and move on.
Then
you
I
don't
wouldn't have a
have
podcast.
to torture yourself with it. Like, why do you hate yourself that much? And honestly, hate watchers, they're not that common. Like, no one is that stupid to waste the little time they have on this planet.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people I listen to that like BK Bullets. I watch him on YouTube. He's hated most of these shows. Somehow he liked Captain America and Winter Soldier, but
Okay.
he's hated or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's hated most of these. I disagree with him, but he's at least watched it and gave it a chance. There are
Yeah.
so many people out there parodying stuff from people who haven't watched it or watched a clip taken out of context, released online, and think they know what's going on. Like, don't be that person. You're just sad.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can see that in everything. Like a lot, that's been going on for years too. We've known people that have done shit like that too, where it's just
Yeah, we do.
they listen to a review from X person who
may have heard
says,
from this channel, or heard from this channel, or heard from this channel,
or just is because they've said something in the past that you liked, and so now their opinion is like God to you. And I'm like, guys, form your own opinion. Watch the stuff, and if you're not going to watch it, don't even worry about it. Like,
No,
and when you start forming your opinion on social media and stuff like that, based off other people's opinions, and you never even watched it. And the funny one is the people who are like, I watched like 5 minutes of this and turned it off, and it's horseshit. 5 minutes? That's like the credits, bro. Like, what are you talking about? It's so stupid. The world's just getting crazier and crazier, especially with this, and I'm gonna say the word toxic fandom. Like, it's a real thing, and people are gonna be like, it's not real, blah blah blah. No, it's real. It's a real thing, and it's something that
you're part of the problem.
if
Stop being in denial.
If you're getting pissed off at the things that I'm saying,
Myke,
maybe
you specifically.
What?
I said you specifically stop being in denial, man.
Right? I hate everything, Tivis, since
Yeah.
But like, if you get annoyed or mad or anything with what I just said, I mean, look at the way that you treat these people or products online. There's a way to converse your dislike for something and not just say, oh, it's garbage, or fuck this person, or this person should be this color, or this. That's not a thing. That's that's not a thing at all. Anyways, She-Hulk is pretty good. It's not great for me. It's nothing that I am falling head over heels for. I did really like the last episode, because they have kind of built this storyline throughout the show of like this group of people who are like anti She-Hulk, and I really wonder if it's I would assume that it's just what's the word I'm looking for here? Tivis, help me out with the words.
You're asking me?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yes. No, I think it's just a nice look into society right now with fans of, people love She-Hulk, people hate She-Hulk. There's literally groups of people out there trying to dismantle her in any way possible in the show. And I think it speaks volumes to real life about how people are with actors and other actors, creators, even directors and shit, and the products that they're getting. They didn't want She-Hulk, they want Hulk. Hulk deserves his own show, or Hulk deserves to be here. No, I'm not saying that's like, things that people would say.
Yeah.
Like, shit. If anything, I want.
I have a buddy who's gonna full on disagree with me with my comments, so that's fine. You don't have to agree.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So, as far as like what She-Hulk is doing, what do you like, dude?
I love the comedy. The writing is solid. The whole fourth wall break, I think, is doing extremely well. Only going to work for this show, though. So if they try it in anything else, I'm probably not going to be happy.
With her?
Yeah, which is fine. That's how it goes with the comics usually. In hers, she breaks the fourth wall, but when she appeared in like Avengers or Fantastic Four, she didn't. So I'm
Right.
not too worried about that.
I think the only character that can get away with that is
Is
Deadpool,
Deadpool? Yeah,
because he's literally
he
broken the
does it
fourth wall
everywhere.
everywhere.
Um, I think I like the way it looks. I mean, I know a lot
Mhm.
of people have problems with the CG, but I truly
There's
don't.
times where her face looks better in the CG, and then there's times where it doesn't. And I'm not sure if it's just because of rendering or what, but there have been really good versions of the makeup done on her, or not
Yeah.
makeup, but whatever, the CG.
Uh,
So
the casting has been solid.
yeah.
Uh,
Also,
just
I
like
will
everything is working for me. So
yeah, I will say though, after seeing Man Thing and then you go and see the She Hulk, that's just ammo for people to be like, She Hulk looks like shit, because Man Thing looks so fucking dope. Unfortunately,
I
and,
mean,
and
Man Thing's also
and
in
I only
one
say
thing.
these things because I know people who will say these things.
We
So
both know
people,
people.
um,
Uh,
so yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from, man. Like, I just don't understand the people that are like, it's so great. It is kind of set up like a sitcom, like a Dharma and Greg kind of thing,
yeah,
almost.
that's what they were going for.
Is
It's
it?
this one's supposed to. Yeah, it was billed as Marvel's first pure comedy show.
Okay. That last ending, though, was not comedy. It wasn't funny at all.
No,
It was fucked up. It
yeah,
was
it was.
fucked up,
I don't understand why people are freaking out. Like, someone starts playing a sex tape in front of my family, I'm gonna punch the fucking wall too.
right? That was really fucked up.
Yeah,
But I think it was like kind of her going into Savage She-Hulk,
yeah.
which is awesome. I would love to see them explore that.
I love how at the end we have the fourth wall break where she just doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was like a fourth wall break or if she was looking and somebody was there.
Oh no, I felt like that was a fourth. Like she's spiking the camera and everything.
Gotcha. So by the time this episode comes out, I know everything is going to be revealed, most
Yeah,
likely,
let
unless
us
they
know
do a
what you think of
sequel.
the finale. Mike probably won't have watched it yet, so keep spoilers light.
No, we'll probably watch it. Oh wait, I am going out of town there, aren't I? Yeah, I might not watch it.
Yeah.
But oh, the guy who is obsessed with her,
Okay, that guy keeps coming back.
I think he's one of the guys that's in the group.
I think he's just a weird stalker.
I think he's one of the guys in the group. I think he's the guy that she actually had in her hands, and then had to let
The
go when.
Wrecking Crew? I don't think so.
I think so, dude. Did you see the way
Mm.
he looked and everything? Like, you
I think
couldn't see
it's
his
a red
face
herring. They're made to make him look, even
like
though they
that.
kind of already told us who the bad guy was.
Well, they told us who one of the bad guys are. It's clearly a complete, like, a whole cult of it.
Two.
Or a whole
But I
cult of
feel
it.
like we saw the main guy.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
we gotta wrap this up though.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate everybody staying and listening to us.
Yeah, sorry
And
about the rage moments.
rage, just like She-Hulk had. So let us know what you thought of Werewolf by Night and She-Hulk as well, because the complete series will be done. We might get a chance to lightly talk on that episode before we start our Halloween episode next time you guys see us and hear us, where we will be talking about The Curse of Bridge Hollow, starring Marlon Wayans. That's going to be on Netflix starting October 14th, guys. And then Killer Clowns from Outer Space from 1988. You guys can check that out. I'm sure you can find it everywhere right now, and watch that along with us. We'll be talking about both of those, and the episode should be out on the 28th of this month, guys. With that said, Tivis, what'd you think of today's show?
I liked it.
Awesome. Awesome. I liked it too. I have no quote for today, but I will just leave you guys with this. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah,
Peace.
please.
You just finished another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch every episode of Operation Babble on all your audio streaming services, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Operation Babble, and join the conversation today by searching for the Operation Babble group on Facebook. Links also in the description. Thanks and have a great day.